Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
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 Siyavar Ramachandra ki
Jai.
Sri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki
Jai.
Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Janaki Vallabho Vijayate Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Lokashankaram Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Namah Shri Tulsidas Sadvarishthaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamritena Me Neelambujasyamalako Sita Samaropitavama Bhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charu Chapam Ramam Raghuvam Shanatham Atulita Baladhamam Hema Shailabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Gunanidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatam Namami. We saw that Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra along with Sita ji and Lakshman ji decided to now go further into the forest and leave the area of Chitrakuta that they were staying in. Before going away from there, he went and met Atri Rishi and his wife Anusuya. So Atri ji, very beautiful stuti he did, which we saw in the last session. And Sita ji went to meet Anasuya ji, and Anasuya ji gave Divya Vastra and Abhushanas to Sita ji. Not just that, most important was the Upadesha that she gave. Very beautiful portion we saw. What exactly is Stri Dharma? What is Patni Dharma? Beautifully explained that there are so many relatives, mother, father, brother, and so many are there. But the most important person after marriage is your husband. And therefore, if a wife does not serve husband, then that wife is the worst one. And she explained how wife is tested only in the calamity. Along with that, they said 4 things are tested in calamity: dhairya, dharma, mitra, and patni. All these 4 things will be tested when there is difficult situation. Then she also went on to explain different levels of pativrata stri. Who is the uttama pativrata? One who does not even look at anybody else as another man. She doesn't consider anybody as man other than her own husband. Second, we saw madhyama. Madhyama pativrata is, she looks at other men, but elder men she looks at as father. Same age men she looks at as brother. And the younger one she looks at as her son. And that is how madhyama pativrata is. Nikrishta pativrata we saw is the one who gets attracted to other men but does not cross the line. with maybe the thought that what will people say, or maybe the thought that it is not right to cross. It's called Nikrishta Pativrata. And then we saw the last one, Adhama Pativrata, who does not commit sin and does not cheat because she never gets a chance. But still she is Pativrata. Now, Anasuya ji is telling to Sita ji for both of them are Uttama Pativratas only. Isn't it? And that's why they are counted in the best kind of wives. Best kind of women. Why just wife? That is what is said about both of them. And then she says that there is fifth category which is not at all Pativrata. And which is a lady who cheats on the husband. And that lady goes to Raurava Naraka, a hell known as Raurava. And then we saw that she gives essence of entire thing. If you can serve your husband, doing that duty of yours itself will give the result of all the austerity which the tapasvis do and all the sadhanas which the other sadhus and sannyasis are doing. You will get that just by doing your own duty of serving your husband. We saw also the entire logic behind it, that women are protected in our society with all these things, that they don't have to go out. Staying there, taking care of the family, that itself is greatest sadhana. Nothing more needs to be done. That is not said for men. The instruction for men will be, you do your sadhana, but make sure that you are taking care of your family. So if the duty comes first, taking care of family comes first, they have to give up all their sadhana. Whereas for women, even that itself is considered to be the sadhana, and that itself is considered to be a great path. And that is why we will not see many women in the culture, in the tradition, which were sannyasinis or sadhvis, etc. We will not see. Most of them will be wives, but great, knowledgeable, wise women. We have stories in the Vedas also, all the Richikas who come are all married. At that time, even Rishis, most of them are married only. Isn't it? And that serving itself gives them all the result of all the tapas, all the sadhana, everything. That is what she says. Now, I told you in the last session that you can take this entire Upadesha as Upadesha for Sadhaka also. Okay? And then you can consider that you are a wife and Bhagavan is your husband. And then take the entire Upadesha, it will fit. Whether you are in a man's body or woman's body, it doesn't make any difference that way. And doing your duty will give result of all tapas. That is true even for us. Isn't it? For everyone. So that way also you can take this entire Upadesha. But very, very beautiful portion this is of Stri Dharma or Patni Dharma that is explained by Anasuya ji to Sita ji. Now, Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra goes to Atri ji and says that now please give me permission. We all want to go further and we are leaving this place. Please give us your blessings. He is an elderly Rishi, you see. Please give your blessings that everything will be fine. Atri ji says, one because of whose blessing the entire world is going on is asking for my blessing. How can I bless? Jasu kripa aja siva sanakadi chahata sakala paramarthabadi te tum Rama akam pyare deena bandhu mritu bhajana ujare. He says, Jasu kripa, by whose grace, aja shiva sanakadi, Brahmaji, Shivji and Sanakadi, all these great people, chahata sakala paramarthabadi, and whatever they get, they will get it. Te tum Rama, that Brahman you are. Akama pyare, who love your devotees, akama for no reason. There is no reason, there is no desire. Deena bandhu, and you are the protector of the deena, the lowly people. Mrudu bachana uchare, and you are speaking such soft, simple words and saying that, oh, please give me blessing, please give me permission to go. Arey, what? You are the God, you are Lord of the entire universe. You don't need anybody's blessings or permission. Then Atriji says, shall I tell you one more thing? I actually don't want to give you permission to go. But what to do? I have to give. Because you are asking, okay, go. Now what can I say? So that is what happens. Now, Sri Ramachandra, Sita ji and Lakshman ji, all three of them are going again. And very interesting, this Tulsidas ji, is amazing. See, after Doha number 6, he says, Ubhaya bicha Shri Sohahi Kesi, Brahma Jiva bicha Maya Jaisi. Now, the similar Doha, similar Chopai had come in Ayodhya Kanda also, where when he is explaining how they are walking, and he said that Sri Ramachandra is walking in front, and then Sita ji is walking, and behind Sita ji, Lakshman ji is walking. And how is she? So that time there he had said, Ubhaya bicha Siya Sohai Kesi. That in between both of them, how Sita ji is looking, Brahma Jiva bicha Maya Jaisi. That between Brahma and Jiva, Maya is going. Now here, instead of Siya, he uses the word Shri. Shri is Lakshmi. Why that Ishwaratva is brought? Tulsidas ji already told us that this Aranya Kanda is going to be Vichitra Charitra of Bhagavan's Ishwaratva. So far he was just living as a human being. Now we will see some kind of, divine things that are happening. So to indicate that, he changes that chopai little bit, just to indicate that Ishwara Charitra is starting. Be careful. Alright? And he continues further. Now, in other Ramayanas, this next story which is there, which is quite long actually. The story of Sri Ramachandra killing one demon, one Rakshasa named Viradha. Might have heard. Viradha Vada Panditaya Nama. One of the names of Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra in Ashtottara also. That he killed this Rakshasa named Viradha. Now Tulsidas ji, in one chopai he is finishing. Mila asura Viradha magajata avatahi raghuvira nipata turatahi ruchira rupatihi pava dehi dukhi ni dekhi dukhi nija dhama patava. Over. One chopai, the job is over. Actually, the entire story which comes is very interesting. In Valmiki Ramayana, etc., the backstory is also given. Backstory of Viradha, how Viradha became Rakshasa, and then when he saw this Sri Ramachandra and Sita ji, Lakshman, all of them are coming, he came in front of them and said that, I see the very beautiful lady is here. So if you want to keep your life, if you want to remain alive, keep this woman here and you both run away. I won't do anything to you. And see, Valmiki Ramayana is little different. I already told you. There it is said that Sri Rama got scared little bit. And Lakshman ji says, what are you scared of? Don't you know who you are? And Lakshman ji started to praise that you are this, you are that. Then Sri Ramachandra said, okay. What were you saying? Some people know, when we read Tulsi Ramayana, etc., we are so much in love with Sri Rama. You read Valmiki Ramayana, you will be shocked. Because Bhagavan is, see, Valmiki ji's entire motive is to show every human emotion possible in Sri Rama. Shoka, dukkha, everything, anger, every emotion he has shown. And therefore, it is said that he got scared. And then Lakshman ji reminded him who he is, and then he immediately remembered. And then he said to Viradha, what do you think, who do you think you are? This is my wife, you can't even touch her. And a beautiful explanation is there, that both of them jumped on his shoulders. Huge Rakshasa he was. So Sri Rama and Lakshmana jumped on the shoulder and pushed him on the ground, and Bhagavan kept him on the ground with his toe, etc. And Viradha started to speak that, I think you are the ones who will release me from this. And they said, but so far you were telling, no, actually I am not Rakshasa. Then he tells the entire story that I was like this, I was staying in this loka, because of some shrapa I came here. So now what? Please do me a favor and kill me. And send me back to my loka. And that is how Sri Ramachandra kills him, and that Viradha gets his old form and goes back to his old loka. That's the actual story in Valmiki Ramayana. Here, Nila Asura Viradha Magajata, Mag. After that, he met one Asura named Viradha. Avatahi Raghuvira Nipata. And just while coming, Sri Ramchandra killed him. Turatahi Ruchira Rupatehi Pava. And that Viradha got back his old form. Deki Dukhi Nija Dhama Patava. And Sri Ramchandra sent him back to his loka. Over. Topic close. Then what happened? Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra went further forward with both of them. And they met one Rishi named Sharabanga Rishi. Very beautiful story. This also is that this little elderly Rishi, and the moment he saw Bhagavan, he became so happy. And this story is very, very amazing. He started to praise Bhagavan and he said, Bhagavan, you know, some time back when, because of my sadhana that I have done, I was supposed to get Brahmaloka. And Indra himself came with Indra's Vahana to take me to Brahmaloka. And when I was about to go, I suddenly heard from some people that you will be passing from here. So I said, I don't want to come. And I sent Indra and I refused to go to Brahmaloka. And since then I was waiting for you. When will you come? When will you come? Finally you have come. And how can I say, oh, please don't think that I have done sadhana and therefore you are coming. I have not done any sadhana. You are coming because you are so loving and compassionate. That is what is your nature and therefore you have come here. Therefore, I have seen you. Now there is nothing more required to be done in my life. Saying this, he got on the pyre and he created Agni from his own body. Yoga Agni he created and he gave up his life. Didn't even allow Sri Ramchandra to open his mouth. You see what kind of Rishi? He said, I have seen you. Now what else is required? I was just waiting for seeing you. But before he gave up his life, he says one very beautiful thing. He says, Sita Anuja Sameta Prabhu Neela Jaladatanu Shama Mama Hiya Basahu Nirantara Saguna Rupa Sri Rama. He says, Bhagavan, see, I already have realized Nirguna Parabrahma, but I didn't enjoy it much. So my request is, you along with your wife and your brother, please stay in my heart in that Saguna Rupa which I want to enjoy. So even after realizing Parabrahma, he is telling, I don't want that. I will have this. And it is said that the Sharabanga Rishi, because looking at Bhagavan and remembering Bhagavan, he gave up his life. So he went to Saketa Loka, Bhagavan's Loka, like Vaikuntha. And therefore, some people they say, what is this? Nirguna Upasana you have done and Nirguna Jnana Parabrahma, Jnana you have got. Mukti, he says, Mukti I don't want. Brahmaloka Prapti, he says, that also I don't want. Brahmaloka Prapti is generally through karma and upasana. That's the usual way of going to Brahmaloka. You will see in Bhagavad Gita chapter 8 also that Brahmaloka Prapti happens through this. But he says, I don't want both of them. I want Saguna Rupa. That is what gives me joy. As Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa also used to say, that what is the point in becoming sugar? I want to enjoy the sweetness of the sugar. If that Advaita, I don't like. This Dvaita Bhava only is good. Tukaram Maharaj also in one of the Abhangas he says, Kumudani kaya jane to parimal. Says lotus doesn't know what fragrance lotus has. Only Brahmara knows. Only the bee knows what fragrance. So I don't want to become lotus. I want to become Brahmara only. Now, see, don't get confused. Whether Advaita or Dvaita, don't get confused. You understand the logic behind it. Somebody who has got Advaita Jnana is saying that Dvaita I want. Okay? Not sitting here, neither Advaita nor Dvaita, we are sitting and then we are saying, oh, anyways, they are also, so why unnecessarily? Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampannadhikarinam. Why unnecessarily study Tattvabodha, Atmabodha, and then, Katopanishad, and then Upanishad, and already Katopanishad, Kshurasya Dhara, Nishita, Duratya, Durgam Patam, a very dangerous path, and, it's like walking on the razor's edge, etc. Why unnecessarily go through that? One who has got Advaita Jnana is saying that I love Saguna Rupa. That is point number 1. Point number 2. This is Bhakti Shastra. Must understand, in each Shastra, the greatness of that path will be mentioned. If you study Vedanta Shastra, there will be greatness of knowledge, wisdom. That aparoksha anubhuti will be focused. That will be the main focus of Vedanta Shastra. This is Bhakti Shastra. Tulsidas Ji's entire purpose of writing this Ramacharitmanas is to create devotion in the heart. And therefore, the focus is going to remain on that. Alright? Point number 2. Point number 3. Actually, there is no difference between Advaita and Dvaita also. What is the difference? Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says that whoever remembers me with that Ananya Bhava, I give them knowledge. Ye namam upayantite, by which they reach me. Correct? So all these saints who decide to take the path of devotion, Bhagavan gives them knowledge. And then they do get moksha. The ultimate union is that oneness only, of realizing that Sri Rama is not just person outside, but Sri Rama is my Atma Rama. That is the final realization which they will get. This only shows what they would like to do. And that's why he says, Tukaram Maharaj himself in other place, he says that I don't even mind if you ask me to take births again and again. I don't have any problem. Tuka mane garbhavasi, suke galave ammasi. I don't have any problem. You put me into different wombs again and again and make me take different births. I don't have problem. Make sure that I have love for you. That is your responsibility because you are putting me there. So that is the only thing that you take care. Otherwise, when we work for aparokshanubhuti or for that ultimate realization, we also say that I don't want to be born again. But here is a different kind of emotions, different kinds of feelings. Devotion is a very different thing. And therefore, it is said that I don't mind. We must realize that this is only because we are studying different Shastras. That's why if you see in Bhagavad Gita in itself is a Vedanta Shastra as well as Bhakti Shastra. And therefore, whenever you are in such confusion, go back to Bhagavad Gita and see what Sri Krishna is telling. Sri Krishna says, if you come to me through the path of devotion, I will give you knowledge. If you come through the path of knowledge, you will have to get your own knowledge. That's the only difference. Finally, the ultimate realization is going to be through Atma Jnana only. There is no confusion about it. It is the choice of the seeker. That is what is spoken of here. Okay? And that is what we must understand correctly. One important point that Sharabanga Rishi says, which we have also seen in other places, that people like Sharabanga Rishi who have done sadhana for so many years, they say, I have not done any sadhana, you have come here because of your love. So very, very important thing to learn. We do little bit of sadhana here and there, some chanting, some puja and some havana or something. Ekadashi Vrata for 1 year. That's also because they are making sabudana khichdi, etc. Otherwise, it would have been difficult. Or Navaratri Upvasa, Navaratri Vrata, etc. Little bit of sadhana we do and we keep on beating our own drums to everybody saying that, now it will start. Now 15 days you are going for a break. That break will be to tell all the people outside what all things you have done here. And we used to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Our schedule is very tough. 7 o'clock class means 7 o'clock class. After that, I learned Sanskrit. You know how tough Sanskrit is? Then 2-3 mantras, Ayundralu, Keong, Ayo, Chayavarat, Lanyamananam, etc., etc. You can tell them and, mesmerize them and they are like, Then we used to do Guru Paduka Puja and Havan. You want to see photo? Proof is there. I have done this, I have done that, some little bit of sadhana we do and we keep on telling you. You see, these people have done so many years of sadhana and they say we have not done any sadhana. You have come here because of your love. There are 2 points to be noted here. One is, how much ever sadhana we may do, we should never speak of it. And that is why it is said in all the Shastras that when we do our sadhana, we should do it in such a way that nobody notices. Nobody knows. Everybody should have this thought, when does this person do his sadhana? I never see him sitting quietly or doing japa or doing meditation. That is how it should be. That when we are doing it quietly, not showing off or not doing anything. Number one. Second point that is to be noted here is that Bhagavan comes to us, or Bhagavad Darshan that happens to us is by his kripa only. That is not the result of our sadhana. Yes, we have to do the sadhana, but when he comes, that is his grace. That is what we understand in Vedanta also. In Narad Bhakti Sutra also, you saw, no? How to gain devotion. Mukhyatastu mahat kripaya eva. Bhagavat kripa leshadva. Naradji says very clearly that you may say different reasons are there. What? That jnana creates bhakti, or bhakti itself creates bhakti, swayam phala rupata, anyonya ashrayat. You may say different things. Naradji says, I will tell you. You will get bhakti mahat kripaya eva, by the grace of your guru, bhagavat kripa leshadva, or by a slight, a wee bit of grace of Bhagavan. So our sadhana, when we do, we become eligible to understand the grace. Grace is always there, but because of the sadhana that we have done, we become eligible to experience that grace, and by the grace we get his darshana. Maybe physical darshana, or in meditation, aparokshanubhuti, any kind of darshana. But that happens as a result of his grace alone. Now, the moment we do sadhana and we speak of it, we have lost all our sadhana. Then that grace will not be experienced. That is the secret of sadhana and kripa. That Sharabanga Rishi, this small incidents, is trying to show to us. Okay? And you see, Sharabanga Rishi did not even allow Sri Ramachandra to speak or anything, nothing. He said, I have seen you, I am done. Now you please remain in my heart, you please remain with me all the time. Let me enjoy this Saguna Bhakti, Veda Bhakti it is called. Let me enjoy that. And saying this, in Yogagni, he burnt his own body. There were many other saints, sages who were present there, Rishi, Munis, all of them were there. They started to do Jai Jaikar of Sharabanga Rishi. They said, what a great death. That you meet Bhagavan and in front of Bhagavan you give up your life. You remember earlier also, Sumantra, Kausalya, all of them were feeling that, we are so unlucky that Sri Ramachandra is separated from us, but our pranas have not separated from our body. Dashrath Maharaj is lucky. Kausalyaji says that he could not take that and he gave up his life. How lucky. Look at us. Now here Rishis are saying, Bhagavan you have seen, now what else to be done? So great is Sharabanga Rishi. That's how they start to celebrate and they start to do Jai Jaikar of Bhagavan also, and very beautiful that entire scene. Very short scene but very nice. Now Bhagavan goes forward. As he is moving forward, some sadhus are there, some munis are there with him, and suddenly he sees a huge heap of bones. And he says, what is this? So the Rishi Munis, they say, actually, in this entire Aranya, in the entire forest, Dandakaranya, whenever anybody decides to do any tapasharya, any yajna, yaga, any sadhana, these Rakshasas, Asuras, they will come and they will kill this Rishi or the Muni and they will put the bones here. That is how this huge heap is created. The heap of bones is of these sadhus and munis whom Rakshasas have killed. Now when Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra hears this, his heart gets filled with so much of pain that, see, these are all, they are doing sadhana for benefit of the entire world, and look at these Rakshasas troubling them. Tulsidas Ji says his eyes are filled with tears. And there itself, he takes a vow that I will make sure that I kill, destroy every single Rakshasa who has troubled Rishi Munis in this forest. See, in Bhagavad Gita also we say, purpose of avatar is what? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam. Is said or not? Now he takes that vow saying that now I shall do it. See, he has done it earlier when he went to protect the yajna of Vishwamitra Rishi. But since then, now since he has come into forest, other than Viradha, he has not killed anybody. He has done just whatever, Vanavasi should do. That is what he has done. But now, change of scene is there. Now he has taken this vow that I will destroy every single Asura who has troubled Rishi Munis. And saying this, he goes forward. One more Rishi he meets. His name is Sutikshna Rishi. Okay, actual name is Sutikshna, but in Avadhi it becomes Sutikshana. See, he is trying to make it simple. That's how Avadhi Bhasha is. Sanskrit is made into simpler one. So Kshna is very, like Lakshmana became Lachimana. Isn't it? Like that, Sutikshna has become Sutikshana. But actual name is Sutikshna. There is one interesting backstory of Sutikshna Rishi also, which is not mentioned by Tulsidas Ji. This Sutikshna Rishi was a disciple of Agastya Rishi, not Atri, okay? Agastya. This Agastya Rishi Sutikshna was one of the best students. And when they complete their Gurukula Vasa, they are going, they are supposed to give Guru Dakshina. And many times what used to happen, the Shishyas will ask the Guru, what do you want? So according, whatever Guru wants, they will do that. We see in Mahabharata also the entire story. Even to Dronacharya, they asked, what Guru Dakshina should we give? And he asked that, I want to defeat Drupada. Isn't it? A story is there in Mahabharata. So here also Sutikshna Rishi came and went to Agastya Rishi after the Gurukula Vasa is over and asked, what should I give? So Agastya Rishi said that I don't want anything. It is said that when a student is very good and has learnt a lot, that itself is Guru Dakshina for Guru. So Agastya Rishi says that I am happy that you have learnt and you have been a good student. That itself is sufficient. I don't want anything. But Sutikshna feels that no, something you should ask. So he started to go there again and again and again and asking, what do you want? What do you want? So finally Agastya Rishi said, you do one thing. Bring me Sri Rama. Only when you bring Sri Rama, you can enter into ashram. Till that time, no entry. Now he is not asking, bring Sri Rama's photo or take me to Sri Rama's temple. Actually Sri Rama has to come. So that is the backstory. Now what? See, there are different ways of looking at it. One thing you can say is, Agastya Rishi became so much fed up that he is coming again and again and irritating me. You go, get till that time, don't come and irritate me. Second thing is, he wanted Sutikshna Rishi to have that love for Bhagavan. And he put that seed into his mind that you should have darshana of Sri Ramachandra. Why? Your Guru wants to have. That means you also should have. So that kind of seed was created, and therefore Sutikshna Rishi went and he started to meditate on Sri Rama, Sri Rama, Sri Rama. It is said that Ananya Bhakti, he was the Parisima of Ananya Bhakti. So much that he was not interested in any other god also. Vishnu Bhagavan also he didn't want. He said nothing doing, only Sri Rama. In Narad Bhakti Sutra we studied what is Ananyata, isn't it? Tasmin Ananyata, Tad Virodhishu Udasinata cha. And then what is that Ananyata? Anya Ashrayanam Tyagaha Ananyata. Next sutra, isn't it? So, anya ashrayanam tyagaha. When you give up all other kinds of support and only you have one support, that is called as ananyata. It is said that Sutikshna Rishi was epitome of this. Even in his dream, he did not go for any other support. And when this Sutikshna Rishi heard that Sri Ramachandra is coming this way, he started to run. He did not even ask from which road is he coming. Is he coming from here, there? He started running. And the story of Sutikshna Ji is like this in every Ramayana. Okay, in Valmiki Ramayana also, very brief story. Now here you see opposite. Valmiki Ramayana's brief story is here elaborated. Why? Tulsidas Ji loves this kind of bhakti. So Sutikshna Rishi started to run, and suddenly he will stop. He will start running somewhere else. Suddenly he will start running somewhere else. Suddenly he will stop and he will start dancing. He became completely intoxicated that Bhagavan has come. See, when we have our own little bit joys of our life also, sometimes we don't realize what we are doing. Isn't it? It is not that we break glass only in anger. We break many glasses in joy also, and then something falls down, something happens. So if we can do that for small joys of the world, imagine Bhagavan you are meeting. What kind of joy that will be? So Sutikshna Rishi was so much in that joy that he did not even realize. What he did not realize? Sri Ramachandra came and stood in front of him, he did not realize. He was dancing and he was in joy, and Bhagavan became so happy to see this. He went behind one tree and asked everybody to go, little away. Why? So that Bhagavan can see what is he doing. See, when that some small child, etc., when they do something, they are enjoying between themselves. Suppose they are singing, they are dancing. See, these children are very peculiar things, okay? You want them to do something, they will never do. Never. You ask them, sing this. So Swamiji has come, Swamiji. Sing that shloka. I taught you one shloka, na? Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, you sing. Child will not open the mouth. And when quietly the child is sitting, nobody is watching, he will keep on saying, Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur. At such time, what the mother used to do is, she will hide herself. Not show. Why? Because if she goes in front, the child will stop doing. So she used to hide and just watch. What is that doing? I said mother used to do like this because nowadays they start to take reels and videos, etc. That's the difference. The world has changed a little bit. But you don't want to disturb. So Bhagavan also went behind the tree and was looking at this Sutikshna Rishi dancing and is enjoying. And it is said, so much time passed now. Bhagavan said, but I want to meet. And he is not stopping. So it is said that Bhagavan created his image in Sutikshna Rishi's heart. Now the moment in his heart that Sri Ramachandra's Rupa came, from dancing he suddenly sat down and started to meditate. Now everybody there, they said, what happened? He was dancing and now suddenly, and he went into so much of deep meditation that now he is not coming out of meditation. Earlier he was in an intoxicated state and he was not coming out of that. Now he went into meditation and he is not coming. Now Sri Ramachandra said, no, what is this? I want to meet. So what he did was, suddenly he changed his form in Sutikshna Ji's heart. He was in Sri Ramachandra's form which was there, no? Suddenly he made it into Chaturbhuja, Vishnu Rupa. Now when Sutikshna, he came out, he said, what is this? I don't want this. Ananyata, you remember? And the moment he came out of meditation, he saw Sri Ramachandra in front. Finally he said, oh Bhagavan, you have come. And he went and he prostrated at Bhagavan's feet. What a beautiful thing. And Bhagavan also is so much eager to meet the Bhakta that he is playing all these tricks. Sometimes showing Sri Rama Rupa in his heart, sometimes showing Chaturbhuja Rupa. For what? So that he will come out of meditation. It is, Tulsidas Ji says that he got little irritated also, Sutikshna. That from where this fellow came? I never asked for him to come in my thought, etc. From where is he coming? And that is why he opened his eyes. What happened? And therefore he saw Sri Ramachandra there along with Sita Ji and Lakshmana, and he prostrated to Bhagavan. Bhagavan lifted him up, hugged him, and then Sutikshana Rishi said, "You please come, please come, please come." And he brought him to his ashrama, did puja, etc. And very interesting prayer. First is stuti is there. Okay, very beautiful stuti. You will see mixture of Avadhi and Sanskrit. Okay, after doha number 10, few dohas are there. Let us sing. We are not going to see the entire stuti. Very simple stuti is there, but let us at least sing it. After doha number 10. कह मुनि प्रभु सुनु बिनती मोरी,
कह मुनि प्रभु सुनु बिनती मोरी,
अस्तुति करऊं कवन विधि तोरी,
अस्तुति करऊं कवन विधि तोरी,
महिमामित मोरी मति थोरी,
महिमामित मोरी मति थोरी,
रवि सन्मुख सखद्योत अंजोरी,
रवि सन्मुख खद्योत जोरी,
श्याम तामर सदाम शरीरम,
श्याम तामर सदाम शरीरम,
जटा मुकुट परिधन मुनि चीरम,
जटा मुकुट परिधन मुनि चीरम,
पाणि चाप शरकटी तुणीरम,
पाणि चाप शरकटी तुणीरम,
नौमि निरंतर श्री रघुवीरम,
नौमि निरंतर श्री रघुवीरम,
मोह विपिन घन दहन कृशानुः,
मोह विपिन घन दहन कृशानुः,
संत सरोरुह कानन भानुः,
संत सरोरुह कानन भानुः,
निशिचर करिवरूथ मृगराजः,
निशिचर करिवरूथ मृगराजः,
त्रातु सदा नो भव खगबाजः,
त्रातु सदा नो भव खगबाजः,
अरुणनयन राजीव सुवेशम्,
अरुणनयन राजीव सुवेशम्,
सीतानयन चकोर निशेषम्,
सीतानयन चकोर निशेषम्,
हर हृदि मानस बालमरालम्,
हर हृदि मानस बालमरालम्,
नौमि राम उरबाहु विशालम्,
नौमि राम उरबाहु विशालम्,
संशय सर्पग्रसन उरगादः,
संशय सर्पग्रसन उरगादः,
शमन सुकर्कश तर्क विषादः,
शमन सुकर्कश तर्क विषादः,
भवभञ्जन रञ्जन सुरयूथः,
भवभञ्जन रञ्जन सुरयूथः,
त्रातु सदा नो कृपावरूथः,
त्रातु सदा नो कृपावरूथः,
निर्गुण सगुण विषम समरूपम्,
निर्गुण सगुण विषम समरूपम्,
ज्ञानगिरागोतीतमनूपम्,
ज्ञानगिरागोतीतमनूपम्,
अमलमखिलमनवद्यमपारम्,
अमलमखिलमनवद्यमपारम्,
नौमि राम भञ्जन महिभारम्,
नौमि राम भञ्जन महिभारम्,
भक्तकल्पपादप आरामः,
भक्तकल्पपादप आरामः,
तर्जन क्रोध लोभ मद कामः,
तर्जन क्रोध लोभ मद कामः,
अतिनागर भवसागर सेतुः,
अतिनागर भवसागर सेतुः,
त्रातु सदा दिनकर कुलकेतुः,
त्रातु पातु सदा दिनकरकुलकेतुः
अतुलित भुज प्रताप बलधामः
अतुलित भुज प्रताप बलधामः
कलिमल विपुल विभञ्जन नामः
कलिमल विपुल विभञ्जन नामः
धर्मवर्म नर्मद गुणग्रामः
धर्मवर्म नर्मद गुणग्रामः
सन्ततशं तनोतु मम रामः
सन्ततशं तनोतु मम रामः
यद्यपि बिरज व्यापक अविनाशी
यद्यपि बिरज व्यापक विनाशी
सबके हृदय निरंतर वासी
सबके हृदय निरंतर वासी
तदपि अनुज श्री सखित खरारी
तदपि अनुज श्री सहित करारी
बसतु मनसि मम काननचारी
बसतु मनसि मम काननचारी
जे जानहि ते जानहु स्वामी
जे जानहि ते जानहु स्वामी
सगुण अगुण उर अंतर जामी
सगुण अगुण उर अंतर जामी
जो कोसलपति राजीव नयना
जो कोसलपति राजीव नयना
करौ सो राम हृदय मम अयना
करौ सो राम हृदय मम अयना
अस अभिमान जाई जनि भोरे
अस अभिमान जाई जनि भोरे
मैं सेवक रघुपति पति मोरे
मैं सेवक रघुपति पति मोरे
सुनि मुनि बचन राम मन भाए
सुनि मुनि बचन राम मन भाए
बहुरी हर्षि मुनि बर उरलाए
बहुरी हर्षि मुनि बर उरलाए
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय
पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय गुरु भई सब संतन की जय
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
हाँ, कह मुनि प्रभु सुन बिनती मोरी अस्तुति करो कवन विधि तोरी। सुतीक्ष्ण जी says, Bhagavan, I want to praise you, but I don't know how to praise you. Mahima Amita, your greatness is infinite. Mori mati thodi, but my mind, my understanding is so little. Rabi Sanmukha Khadyota Anjori. It is like a firefly who wants to glorify the sun. What will the firefly do? And then he starts that stuti. You will see that Tulsidas Ji is using Sanskrit words also. Naumi, Tratu, and then Raghuviram, and Visarga, etc. is also there. Krishanuhu, Vishadaha, Ramaha, etc. also is there. So it's mixture. But he keeps that meter same. You see, that's the greatness of Tulsidas Ji. And meter is still same. So Laghu Guru, everything is still matching. But there are certain things which are in Sanskrit. And he says, Shamatamara Sadama Shariram, Jatamukuta Paridhara Munichiram. Now you understand all this, na? You are of blue complexion and wearing jata. Pani Chapashara Kati Tuniram. You have bow and arrow in your hand, and behind there is a Tunira. Naumi Nirantara Shri Raghuviram. This is a very famous phrase. Naumi Nirantara Shri Raghuviram. Naumi, I salute. Nirantara, always Shri Raghuviram. I salute that Raghuvira always. It's a Sanskrit phrase. Naumi Nirantara Shri Raghuviram. Then he starts to say that you are like fire to burn the forest of delusion. You are like sun for the lotus of saints. So they bloom when you come out. Nishichara Kari Varuta Mrugaraja. And for all those demons, etc., and all the other kinds of wild animals, you are Mrugaraja. You are that Simha who will kill. Tratu Sadano Bhava Khagabaja. You are like Baja Pakshi, one bird which destroys small things. Like that you are to destroy our Bhava, our Samsara. That is what you are. And so many beautiful things he says, okay. We don't have time to go through every single line, but you will see he goes between Naumi Tratu, Naumi Tratu, Naumi Tratu. Can you see that? So one line is salutations, another is please protect. In the Stuti, Stotra, you are supposed to do these two things. Show your gratitude and therefore salute and then ask something. And that's why you will see he continues to do this. In one line he will praise and therefore he will say, I will salute. And second thing, the praise will be in such a way that how you save. And therefore, oh Bhagavan, Tratu, please save. So this kind of wonderful stuti, this Suteekshana Rishi does for Bhagavan. Then he says one very nice thing. What he says? Asa abhimana jai jani bhore, me sevaka raghupati pati more. He says, Bhagavan, generally everybody says that please destroy my abhimana, ahankara, and mana, apamana should not be there. Pride, arrogance, ego should not be there. He says, my request is little different. What is my request? Please keep my abhimana intact. Don't destroy it. What abhimana? Main sevak raghupati pati more. May I keep that pride that I am servant of Sri Rama and Sri Rama is my master. May I not give up that abhimana. You keep that. Bhagavan was so pleased with, listening to the entire stuti and listening to this. So he said, of course I will do that. But please ask, what boon do you want? Now you see here, Sutikshana Rishi, though he is a Rishi, he is a Muni, but he is a young person. Okay? And therefore Bhagavan is behaving, he did not go and prostrate. Bhagavan Sri Rama is not prostrating Sutikshana. All other times, Atri Rishi, Bharadwaj Rishi, Valmiki Rishi, we saw, he went and prostrated. Sutikshana is younger and therefore he is not prostrating. And therefore now Bhagavan asked, what boon do you want? Please ask. Now Sutikshana ji says, Bhagavan, this is my first time asking for any boon. I never asked any boon from anybody. So I don't know what to ask. So you do one thing, whatever you feel right, you give me. I don't know. Bhagavan, see, this innocence is very different. You can't cultivate this innocence. And therefore when somebody does like this, heart will melt only. So Bhagavan said, Abhirala bhagati birati bigyana ho sakala guna jnana nidhana. He says, may you become master, may you get all these things in complete measure. What things? Devotion, detachment, knowledge, virtues, wisdom. May all these things come to you in plenty, in full measure. Now when Bhagavan said like this, Sutikshana ji said, thank you, but I have one request. I asked you, you asked for boon. No, that time I did not know what I want to ask. Now after you have given me this, now I know what to ask. Two ways to look at this. Number one, the moment Bhagavan said that you will get all these things in full measure, he got it. And therefore he is making the next request. Or second way to look at it is when this Nirguna, everything was given. You see, what is he telling? Abhirala bhagati, birati. Birati means vairagya, bigyana, knowledge. Sakala guna, all virtues, jnana nidhana, and you will become the treasure of all the knowledge and wisdom. The moment he said this, Sutikshana ji said, Anuja Janaki Sahita Prabhu, Chapa Bana Dhara Rama, Mama Hiya Gagana Indu Iva, Basahu Sada Nihakama. Bhagavan, this is good. What you have given me is good. I am not saying anything, but you please stay in my heart in this Saguna Rupa all the time. Because of this particular thing that Sutikshana ji is asking, often in the Charitra, Sharabhanga and Sutikshana will be combined together. That's why in Nama Ramayana also it will say, Sharabhanga Sutikshnar that both of them did Archana of Bhagavan, Sharabhanga and Sutikshana. Why? Both of them asked, after getting Nirguna, Jnana, Nirguna, that Anubhuti, they asked for Saguna, Bhakti. Here also he says, Anuja Janaki Sahita Prabhu. Along with your brother Lakshman ji and your wife Sita ji, you stay. Chapa Banadhara Ram. You please stay in the same form where you are holding the bow and arrow. Mama hiya Gagana Indu. He says, just as outside there is Indu, there is moon for the outside world. Basahu Sada. Like that, inside the moon should be you. In my mind, you should be there. That is what I want. And very rare thing happens. What? Sri Rama says, Eva mastu tathastu. Sri Rama never says anything like this. You must have seen so far, whenever anybody asked something, he just smiled. That's it. And to Ahalya, etc., it was said that Bhagavan in his mind gave the blessings to Ahalya. You remember? This is the first time Sri Ramachandra actually says Tatastu. Eva mastu kari Rama nivasa. And that, so lucky Sutikshna Ji is that Bhagavan gave that boon. Then Bhagavan said, actually, I also heard that Agastya Rishi's ashram is here somewhere. Sutikshna Ji said, yes. I know, I will show you, come. I will show you Agastya Rishi's ashram. Why? Now he has got permission to go back to the ashram. Why? Agastya Rishi had said that till the time you get Sri Rama, you can't enter. Now I have got Sri Rama. So Sutikshna Rishi started running in forward and saying, come. And like a child he is running. See, when you are showing road to somebody, you are supposed to remain with that person and say, here, now take right. No, he went further. Bhagavan is following along with Sita Ji and Lakshman Ji, and he went running. He went and he told Agastya Rishi, Bhagavan is coming, you told me. Agastya Rishi said, Agastya Rishi did not hear everything. When he saw Sutikshna, he said, why are you here? He said, no, what you asked me, no, Gurudakshina, fulfilled. Bhagavan is coming. And saying this, he took Bhagavan to Agastya Rishi's ashram also. Agastya Ji also came out. Bhagavan, Sri Ramachandra and Lakshman Ji, both of them prostrated. Agastya Rishi picked them up and hugged them and brought them to his ashrama. He did all the puja, etc. And he said, oh, I am so happy that you are here. It's such a wonderful thing. Now, Bhagavan, thank you for coming. You have purified this entire place. Now, Sri Ramachandra says, actually, I want something from you. So he says, what do you want? Sri Ramachandra says, please give me some mantra by which I will be able to destroy these Rakshasas and Asuras and Danavas which are there troubling the Rishi Munis. Agastya Rishi said, me, giving you mantra. Agastya Rishi started to praise that you are Sakshat, that Bhagavan, and you are asking. Then he says one very nice thing. Agastya Ji says, you see, you asking me to give you mantra is exactly like Sri Rama asking Bharadwaja Muni to show the path, and Sri Ramachandra asking Valmiki Rishi for 14 places to stay. So I know why are you asking me. You like giving greatness to other people. And that is why you are asking. You don't need any mantra. You are capable. Your presence itself will do all these things. But you are asking this to give me importance. Bhagavan. In other Ramayana, it is said that actually Agastya Rishi gives him some, Astra, Shastra, etc. Not in Tulsidas, not in Ramcharitmanas. But in other places, it is said that Agastya Rishi gave him Shastra, Astra, etc. This is the same Agastya Rishi who comes back. When the final battle of Sri Rama with Ravana is happening, Agastya Rishi comes and gives Aditya Hridayam, isn't it? And that's why we start with Agastya Ji's. Tato Yuddha Parishrantam, yesterday only we chanted. Samare Chintayasita. Right? So Agastya Uvacha, the Agastya Rishi is giving that entire Aditya Hridayam to Sri Ramachandra also. So he does that, and then Agastya Ji says that I understand you were in Chitrakoot for a long time and now you have come here. I will tell you a place where you should go and stay, because there are many asuras who are troubling munis and sadhus there. So you please go there. There is a place called Panchavati. You go there and stay. Now this Panchavati, actually nowadays it is considered to be, somewhere near Nashik in Maharashtra. Panchavati basically means where there are 5 vrikshas, 5 trees are there. Vata vriksha is there, and Amla vriksha is there, and then we have people tree also, banyan tree, what sometimes they call Ashwatha also, sometimes it is called. So that people tree also is there. And then we have Bilva tree also is there. And Ashoka Vriksha. Not that Ashoka, okay, that which goes tall. Not that Ashoka. Ashoka Vriksha is different, which is little, which gives lot of shadow. That near our temple Ashoka Vriksha is there, that one. So these 5 trees where these 5 trees are there together, that is called as Panchavati. Okay. Now, as I told you earlier also, you go to many places in India, they will say that this is the Panchavati where Sri Ramachandra said. But the well-known story, and according to the geography also what matches, is the area near Nashik. Okay, where this Panchavati area is there. And Tulsidas Ji, in one chopai, he brought Bhagavan from Agastya Rishi's ashram to Panchavati. Okay, no further discussion. He brought them to Panchavati, and Lakshman Ji this time builds Parnakuti for them to stay, and 3 of them, they start to stay there. There is one more interesting spiritual side of this entire thing. See, Vata Vriksha is pratika, Vata Vriksha indicates Shraddha. It is said that there are 5 kinds of Shraddhas that are necessary for us. In one of the very beautiful texts of Puja Guruji, Subodha Vedanta, simplified Vedanta, in that he explains these 5 Shraddhas. He says, what are these 5 Shraddhas? First Shraddha is in the existence of God. That the faith should be there that God exists. God is there. First Shraddha. Second Shraddha is in the authority of the Vedas. That what Vedas are telling is true. Faith should be there. Third Shraddha is in the wisdom and the teaching of the Guru. Okay. Now this is what Shankaracharya ji will call as Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasa Shraddha. Okay. Ishvara is understood there. Guru Vedanta is said. So existence in God, faith is there that yes, He exists. Second, authority of the Vedas, that Vedas are telling the truth. And knowledge and wisdom and the teaching of Guru, faith in that also. Fourth Shraddha is called as Atma Shraddha. That faith and confidence in oneself that I will reach. It's very important. Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter, he says, Na atmanam avasadayet. Don't put yourself down saying that I won't be able to do. Uddharet atmanatmanam. Lift yourself by yourself. Bhagavan says very clearly. So this Atma Shraddha is also very important. That you have confidence, you have faith in yourself saying that, yes, I will reach. Yes, by God's grace, Guru's grace. No, nobody is saying no. But that confidence should be there that I will reach. And fifth Shraddha, they say, is in the sadhana that you are doing. So in Ishvara, existence of Ishvara, in the authority Pramanya of Vedas, then third is in the Guru Vakya, Guru's Upadesha. Fourth one is Atma Shraddha in one's own, ability, capacity to reach the goal. And fifth one is in the sadhana that you are doing. When these 5 Shraddhas are there, then in such a heart, Sri Rama representing knowledge, Sita Ji representing Shanti or Bhakti, and Lakshman Ji representing Vairagya will come and stay. Earlier we had seen Sri Rama is the Shuddha Jnana. Sita Ji represents that Parama Shanti or that Bhakti, and Vairagya Murti is Lakshman Ji. So 3 of them will come and stay where there are these 5 Shraddhas, Panchavati. So in that Panchavati now, Bhagavan Sri Ramachandra along with Sita Ji and Lakshman Ji have come to stay. This is the area in that Dandakaranya where lots of Danavas, Asuras, etc. are there. Now before Bhagavan starts to do the Maya of killing Asuras, there is a very short portion that will come and we will see tomorrow. Portion is short but depth is a lot, which is called as Sri Rama Gita. where Lakshman ji is asking questions on Vedanta and Sri Ramachandra is answering. Okay, short portion, couple of dohas and some more chopais, which we will see in the next session. Okay. Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti,
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti,
Veera Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti,
Veera Maruti Ati Dhira Maruti,
Geeta Maruti Sangeeta Maruti,
Geeta Maruti Sangeeta Maruti,
Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti,
Duta Maruti Rama Duta Maruti,
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti,
Bhakta Maruti Parama Bhakta Maruti,
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti,
Veera Maruti Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti,
Gambhira Maruti.
सियावर रामचंद्र की
जय,
पवन सुत हनुमान की
जय,
उमापति महादेव की
जय,
बोलो भाई सब संतन की
जय,
सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय।
ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।